These new Bremont SuperMarine 40 millimeter watches are a hit. They are a hit. I have done videos on a few different Bremonts, but this one really appeals to me. The overall design, the bracelet, this new bracelet is incredible. The size of the watch, the updated movement, no date, the 369 and the cardinal positions. There's just a lot to love on this watch. Let's get into it. Before I do, I have to give credit where credit is due. Big thanks to Exquisite Timepieces for being an authorized dealer of so many awesome brands and sharing them with me so I can share them with you. Link in the description as well as contact information so you can get a hold of my guy, Tyler, directly. Tell him I sent you and enjoy your purchase. That's all I can say. Everybody that has purchased in my group and outside of my group that I've talked to from Exquisite Timepieces have confirmed that they are a top-notch, massive powerhouse authorized dealer in the watch community. That's why I love dealing with them and working with them and purchasing from them. I've purchased watches, many watches, maybe ashamed to say how many, or I don't remember, whichever you prefer, how many I've purchased before, during, before and during my relationship with Exquisite Timepieces. So I tried to say too many words without taking a breath. That's what happened right there. Anyway, let's get into the watch. 39.6 millimeters is what I measure. They say 40, but we're just going to call it 40 on this one. I agree with them on it because there's this little bump here and there's some shapes and everything like that. But I assure you, it looks and wears like a 40 millimeter, not anything more than that. The lug to lug is a 49.2. Check out those lug curves on the end. There's no sharp point or anything. They just kind of round off, which also matches up perfectly with this bracelet, which is also cylinders. They almost look like cylinders paired up together. So love this bracelet in case pairing. The thickness, only 12.3 millimeter thick, double dome sapphire crystal up top. 20 millimeter lug opening. A lot of brands doing 19, doing 21. Driving us nuts. Bremont keeping it clean and original with 20. Everyone can agree that 20 or 22 is our preference. Yes, we can manage a 19 or a 21 if we love the watch, but we would prefer a 20 or 22. It does taper down nicely to 17, and I'm going to show you the clasp a little bit separate in detail. We have a 7 millimeter signed screw down crown, keeping the 300 meter water resist, and it is one of the best crowns I've ever operated. There is no play, no wiggle, no anything with it. It is very tactile, very easy to use, and solid feeling. This whole watch feels robust. 120 click bezel, aluminum bezel insert. Interesting choice. Great clicks on this, very consistent. No play. You see I set back a little bit, but no sponginess, no play or anything like that. Just a solid click all the way around. And of course it lines up. This is a luxury watch after all. There is a luxury price tag that comes along with it. Just north of that $3,500 price point. I think it's $3,650, something like that. Depends on how you buy it. And there's other colors too. I have the green dial. There's a black dial. There's a brown dial. There's a blue dial. You can get it on a really nice chevron shaped rubber strap. But this bracelet is so dang good. You're going to want to get the bracelet. Even if you're not a bracelet guy, trust me, try the bracelet. It is amazing. One thing I didn't mention, and I maybe should have led with that, the entire bracelet and case and everything, 904L steel. We only see a few brands use that. One of them is probably the most notable brand in watches. I've seen Ball use it, which actually Exquisite is an authorized dealer for Ball. They have quite a few watches in 904L, and now Bremont has it as well. So love that as well. The movement inside is called the BE92AO. So it's just a sourced and modified movement that Bremont uses in this watch. Its source is technically the Sellita SW300, but there's been some updates to the SW300. A lot of these, if you will, off-the-shelf watch movements, they have generations. And even within those generations, they have different levels of premium, whether it's COSC or Elaborate or whatever like that. And then some brands will choose a lower one, and then they will do their own in-house movement work on that thing. So there is something done to it. That's why they label it as their own. At the bare minimum, it has a custom rotor. But if you're not going to show it off, then there might be something else other than a rotor. So it does have a 50-hour power reserve. That's part of the new SW300 update on there. But check out those applied markers. Really nice diamond cut handset. Very simple, easy to use, easy to read, legible watch for sure. The upside down arrow or south pointing arrow at the 12 o'clock cardinal position. The 369 Arabic loom filled on the other ones, and then nice trapezoid shaped things elsewhere. Bremont with the logo, and then SuperMarine 300-meter automatic London. So this is a London produced watch, and you have an angled chapter ring inside there with your minute markers. Really good pairing of this case and bracelet. I can't say that enough, guys. Check that out. Super tight fitting, and you can see they're like cylinders paired up. A little bit of polishing in the center to kind of give it some contrast. They are screw pins, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, there we go. And they're fairly short, so you're going to get a good size. But in case you can't get it completely dialed in, there is an on-the-fly quick adjust toolless clasp system. And you have the double post with the double pushers there. Very firm tactile feel. And on this clasp here, you can use the meat of your finger, or if you have a fingernail, you can slide it in there. But I gotta see if I can show you this somehow. When I was playing around with it earlier, yeah, there's enough in there that you can use the meat of your finger. But check out that inner mechanism. They're like lobed out, like cammed out. So it won't go in or out once you select that position. And I prefer that method because I don't want it to tighten up like handcuffs do, so I've been told, without me knowing that it's changing position. So once you get it in position, it stays in that position. So that is very nice. And it's a slim clasp. It's not thick. Of course, signed. Very beautiful watch. There's a look at the case back. Well done on that, is that also. So let's quick release spring bars. I just noticed that too. So if you wanted to get the bracelet and the strap, you could easily interchange them. Let's pop it on my wrist so you can see what that looks like. It looks great. It looks perfect. I mean, it's essentially 40 by 49. That's a really good size. This bracelet is incredible, and it is different. Like I just showed that ball watch not that long ago, depending on when I release the videos. I like traditional bracelets, but it's nice to see a refreshing bracelet design. A lot of brands will avoid investing in unique bracelets because that is a huge expense that they don't need to take. But when they do and they nail it like this, I appreciate it as a watch enthusiast. So much so that sometimes the bracelet could be the reason why I buy the watch. That's how much the bracelet can matter. Just like the right wheel on a car can change that car, the right bracelet on the watch can change that watch. Let's give this a quick blast with the UV light. Turn off the studio lights. Check out the loom on this thing. Again, big thanks to Exquisite Timepieces for the constant support. Solid loom application on this thing. Very potent. So, thanks for watching, guys. And again, big thanks to Exquisite. I'll see you guys on the next vid.